Texas Governor Greg Abbott is pushing the state's parole board to recommend a pardon for a U.S. Army sergeant convicted of murder. On Friday, Daniel Perry was convicted of killing a protester during a Black Lives Matter rally back in 2020. He says he fired his weapon in self-defense after he says protesters surrounded his car as he drove through downtown Nashville. His lawyers argue he had the right to open fire after one demonstrator, he says, raised an assault rifle at him. CNN's Camila Bernal joins us now with the latest. Camila, very unusual case to see a governor weigh in so soon, right after this whole matter was adjudicated in court.
Yeah, this is not over, but Governor Greg Abbott is pointing to self-defense, pointing to standard ground laws in Texas. And look, there are some in conservative media that have been encouraging the governor to pardon Perry, and even Kyle Rittenhouse has been very vocal on Twitter. Rittenhouse was acquitted after he shot and killed two people in Kenosha, Wisconsin during protests there. He's been asking for money for the legal defense. He says he knows what this is all about. On the other hand, the Travis County District Attorney speaking out recently and saying that this is very troubling, and saying that in the legal world, it is a jury, not a governor, who gets to decide this. That's a statement that we got from Jose Garza of Travis County very recently. Now, in terms of the case, what happened here was in 2020 in Austin, Texas. Daniel Perry is driving for a rideshare company, and he gets to the area where all the protesters are. The key here is that he encounters Garrett Foster, who was 28 years old at the time. He was carrying an AK-47, and Perry's defense says that Foster held up or was trying to essentially raise that AK-47, and that's when Perry felt that his life was in jeopardy. He shot and killed Foster, who you see there on your screen. So yes, this is political. This is also, in terms of what happens next, part of the legal process. Because look, Perry has not been sentenced. He has not appealed his conviction. So this is really not over. And the family of Garrett Foster reacting after that verdict on Friday. Here is his father.
I'd just like to say we're thankful for the legal team that represented us and the jury, and we're happy with the verdict. We very sorry for his family as well. There's no winners in this, and just glad it's over.
Now, Governor Greg Abbott is asking for this process to go quickly, to be expedited. We'll see what happens. Of course, there is going to be a lot of opposition on the side of the DA and those who are really trying to support the Foster family through all of this, Jim.
So let's discuss this very unusual case with former federal prosecutor Michael Zeldin. Michael, good to see you. What is your reaction to Governor Abbott's announcement that he is working to pardon this man just one day after he was convicted of murder? As Camila was saying a few moments ago, he hasn't even been sentenced yet.
That's right. And you have to understand the context of this. This Sergeant Perry is 70 miles away from his base, driving around in a Uber car of some sort. He encounters these protesters, and rather than turn around and leave, he drives his car into the middle of them. And you can't forget Charlottesville, where people were killed by a car doing the exact same thing. So as he's approached by the victim, instead of, again, leaving the scene as he could have, he opens fire on him. The jury deliberates 17 hours, Jim, over an 8-day trial, and they convict him of murder. They reject his right to defend himself, defense. And Governor Abbott should let the jury's verdict stand. There's no basis in law or fact for this, so it therefore smacks of politics, because this was a Black Lives Matter protest, and you can't ignore that context.